Shadows of greed. Tunde's hands were always stained with solder and dust. In the heart of the bustling city of Ilumoya, he was known as the man who could breathe life back into any broken device. But life in the city was expensive, and the meager piles of naira on his workbench never seemed to grow fast enough to match his dreams of a better life. Then came Bola. He arrived not with a broken phone, but with a gleaming gold watch and a designer jacket that cost more than Tunde earned in a year. "Why, fix the hardware, Tunde," Bola whispered, leaning against the doorframe and flashing a predatory smile. "When the real money is in the software. The digital air is thick with gold, and you have the keys to unlock it." The easy money began with SIM card swapping. Bola provided the stolen data. Tunde provided the technical precision. At first, it felt like a game, just shifting numbers on a glowing screen. They targeted the wealthy, the people Tunde told himself wouldn't even notice a few thousand missing. His pockets grew heavy, but his sleep grew thin and restless. Greed is a fire that never says, enough. Bola pushed for bigger targets, and Tunde, blinded by the rush of wealth, agreed. They moved from individual accounts to the digital vault of a local charity for orphans. As Tunde bypassed the security layers, he tried to ignore the names on the accounts, names of children who needed every kobo for food and books. But every digital footprint leaves a scent. Inspector Halima, a woman whose eyes were as sharp as her mind, had been watching the patterns emerge across the city's networks. She didn't see mere data. She saw the victims. She saw the pensioners who couldn't buy medicine, and the children whose futures were being erased one bite at a time. The walls closed in on a humid Tuesday. When the door burst open, Bola was already gone, having slipped out the back the moment he heard the distant wail of sirens. Tunde was left alone, his fingers still resting on the keyboard, trapped in the very web he had helped to spin. Justice was swift and cold. In the quiet of his prison cell, the silence was louder than the city of Ilumoya ever was. He was visited by a representative from the orphanage, not to scream at him, but to show him the empty pantry his theft had caused. The reality finally hit him. He hadn't just stolen numbers, he had stolen hope. Tunde served 3 years behind bars. During that time, he heard rumors of Bola living large in a different city, already onto the next scam. Bola had been his friend, but in the end, Tunde was just another tool to be used and discarded. The bitterness was a hard pill to swallow, but it eventually cleared his vision. When the heavy iron gates finally opened, Ilumoya felt different. The neon lights of the city seemed less like gold and more like a warning. Tunde had nothing left but his